And welcome back to 13 News Weekend. Naoma is in the house, and she's talking blogging this morning, getting started. How do you get started?
That's right. Naoma is a big blogging proponent, right? You say that's a good way to
That's how I started it all, and that's the main thing that I do right now.
Wow.
And I know we've talked about it before, but it's been a while. But I do get asked this question a lot. People don't understand what exactly I do, but it's called a blog. It's basically considered like your online journal. You can write about whatever you want, write about what you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be, you know, a big thing, a lot of writing. You can do what's called a photo blog if you like to take photos and just share your life through your photos. Or I do more of like a video blog. I like to take videos now and just put that on my blog. I don't have time to write as much as I used to. So it's a good way to share. And just, again, you know, I met a girl at the coffee shop, you know, how do I get started? I'm too scared to put it out there. And, you know, well, it kind of toughens you up a little bit. You kind of have to say, you know, I don't care what people say about me anymore. So, you know, I kind of enjoy it. And again, you don't want to start a blog thinking you're going to make lots of money right away, because that's not why I blog. You know, I am lucky that I do get to make an income, but I'm not rich. But I do get an opportunity to stay at home with my kids. But it does take a lot of time to get to where you need to be with the blogging. I've been doing this for 7 years now.
Wow.
So. And I think you make a good point to not overthink it and think everything has to be perfect, and you know, I'm sure a lot of people, you know, just preemptively give themselves writer's block.
I like to look back at the old blogs I did, and I'm embarrassed by some of them, but you know, I've learned by just doing it. So.
Well, do you have to hustle as well and sell, you know, ads for your blog, or you're saying you're making a living? How are you making that living?
Well, a lot with Google Ads, and then also with my YouTube videos, and then of course people pay to kind of sponsor on the blog.
Yeah, so there's a little salesmanship involved too.
It takes time, but also don't think that it's going to happen overnight. I mean, it probably took 6 months of continuously blogging when I first started several years ago for me to actually make any business out of my blog. So you got to keep going at it. It's not going to happen overnight, but don't give up. And the easiest thing is to write about whatever you're passionate about. And here's some blogging platforms, like how do you get started?
Yeah, I was going to ask, because someone would be like, okay, I've got some ideas, I've got some things I'd like to get out to the world. How do I do it?
If you have a Gmail account, you can always start with Blogger. That's an easy one. Another really simple one is called Tumblr, T-U-M-B-L-R. That's a lot for photo blogging, very easy to set up, very user-friendly. If you want to go more advanced blogging, I would suggest WordPress. Now there's WordPress.com and there's WordPress.org. So people get confused by that. I use WordPress.org, but the main difference is because I have a hosting account. If you use WordPress.com, it's free and simple to set up. You don't have as many options as if you would have with WordPress.org. If you have a self-hosted account, you can also put ads on there. I think with WordPress.com you can't. But it's a good way to get started for free with just getting your blog out there.
And this is where we also know, Naoma, during the break, we were kind of laughing. She was asking Joe and I if we blog, and we said no. And she said, do I have to bring Hunter back up again? Because Hunter is
7, Ethan is 4. They both have blogs. Obviously, I help Ethan a little bit more, but Hunter, he likes to blog on his own.
And the boys are here this morning because the babysitter bailed. Ethan, 4 years old, walks in with a tablet, and also Hunter is annoyed that what's the one thing that they always want you to say that you never say on TV?
Ethan comes, when I come home from the news, he says, I don't ever say I love you, love bug.
So?
I love you, love bug.
There you go.
Thank you, Naoma.
And all you love bug viewers out there, we love you too, and we'll be right back.